to a really spooky part. It freaked me out. Oh, I don't want Ben to die. Now we're getting into the juicy stuff. Hey everyone, it's Shauna. Welcome back to my channel. So I was kind of a dummy and decided to do a reading vlog while I'm reading this book, and started recording, had a bunch of videos recorded, and realized my camera was not facing the correct direction. So we're gonna try this again. Okay, so I'm reading It by Stephen King, and I am almost halfway there right now. But it's still, because of how big it is, it's still just backstory. We're still developing everything and developing the characters because there's a lot. But I've never read the book, I've never seen the movies, so I wanted to give it a shot. And I love Stephen King, so I thought I would read this and then watch the movies. From here on out, I will be recording it the correct way. So join me. Just FYI, this will contain spoilers. I will be talking about it in depth. Yeah, so come with me on this journey. Take 2. Please tell me why characters in any horror genre, horror film, book, make such stupid decisions. This girl, Beverly, just decided to, after having multiple conversations with all of the boys about the things they've been seeing, the clown, Pennywise, I don't know that name yet, but had many, many conversations about things they've been seeing around town. She's had her own experience with this blood just gurgling up out of the sink, and the friends came over and helped her clean it. They did all of this. They've had so many conversations, you guys. And this girl, who still says she's terrified, decides to run measuring tape down the sink. What do you think is gonna happen if you do that? Why? Why did you do it? But she did it. And of course, more things happen to her. I don't know. I can't. That's where I'm at right now. People making dumb decisions. But I'm on the second interlude, so hopefully that means the adults are actually arriving in the town now and we're not just in a bunch of backstory, but we'll find out. I just got to a really spooky part. It freaked me out. Oh, it's starting to get a lot better now, I have to say. It's still jumping back and forth in time, obviously, and I think it's probably going to continue that for most of the book. That's the feeling that I get, but it's getting good. I just finished part 2 actually, so I'm on part 3 called Grown Ups. So I think everyone's going to be coming back to the town, but I did just get to the part where Mike Hanlon, I want to say his name is Hanlon, woke up in the library and there were tracks leading to him, but he locks the door every night. There were tracks from the snow leading up to where he had fallen asleep at the desk. No tracks going back, only leading to him. And what was left on his desk but a balloon? That's freaky. And he said there was a picture of his face on it, on the balloon. And when he yelled, it burst. Now we're getting into the juicy stuff. And now is where I'm really excited to see what happens. And I just really want to see the reunion of everybody. I'm really excited for that. Learning about their backstories and how they all got together as kids, to see how they are gonna be together as adults. It's gonna be interesting, obviously with one less person because Stanley has died, but this is gonna be good. What in the hell is this book? I don't know what has happened, but all of a sudden everything has just completely picked up the pace. It's getting so freaky. I mean, like, this whole time it's been freaky, but I think the way that things are being described now is just, it's even more. It's getting to me because so all of them are back together now. All of the kids as grown-ups except for one. And oh my gosh, Mike is going through all of the different murders that have happened, which is why he called them all to come back to Derry. And he's going through everything with them because they don't know. It's so freaky. I should really just not be reading this right before I go to bed, but I can't help it because it's finally picked up and it's finally getting really good. But I'm probably not going to be able to sleep. We're probably going to have to sleep with the lights on tonight.
Oh, boy. Oh.
It's gotten scary!
It's Stephen King. I don't think he was trying to hide that from you.
Written in blood on the wall, it says, "Come home." He's telling the kids that are now adults to come back. You're not even listening to me.
Oh, were you talking to me? I
Yes!
thought you were talking to your subscribers. What you're saying? Oh, I'm sorry. He wrote the walls in blood.
Yeah.
Say, come home.
Yeah.
And let me guess, they all come home.
Well, yeah, they're back now.
Oh, see, idiots. That's on.
Well, but see, they didn't know that until they got back.
Why did they come home to begin with?
Because Mike called. Did you see the movie?
Not the second one.
The first one.
It's not in the first one.
This isn't in the first one?
These are split up into 2 movies. Remember?
Well, then this should be in the first movie.
They're only kids in the first movie.
Oh.
They even cast the second movie until...
That makes a lot of sense
like
then.
A year after.
This makes a lot of sense.
Now shut that thing off. I gotta take off my shirt. I'm hot.
Hi everyone. So it is the next day. I have gotten quite a bit more read. So I recently realized, obviously in the last clip you saw, that Tony just dropped some news on me because, like I said, I'd never read this book before. I haven't seen the old movie. I haven't seen the new movies. I know basically what it's about. Like, I knew about Pennywise the Clown and all of that, and he lived in the sewers and was killing people. But other than that, like, I knew nothing going into this story. So I guess this is a spoiler not only for the book, but for movies 1 and 2 because of the way that they decided to split this up, which makes a lot of sense, the way that this movie is made. So apparently the first movie, the newest one, I don't know about the old one, is just the kids. And the second movie is now surrounding them as the adults. And so the way that this book is done, though, it's not... So the movie did it, I think, pretty cleverly, and I haven't even seen them yet. It's not just split it in half, it's taken chunks out of it. So the book obviously goes back and forth in time a lot. We're jumping around. All of the grown-ups are back together now where I'm at in the book, which is about halfway. It took a very long time to get here, but we know the basis of, you know, what the kids kind of did. We still don't know yet how they were able to kill Pennywise, and apparently you can't really kill Pennywise from what I've gathered so far. He comes back every 27-ish years. I don't know why that's significant, but it is. So that's kind of what I've learned so far, and we've learned, you know, what, like, how the kids got together, how they became friends and became a group, and the start of their journey with Pennywise the Clown. Like, each of them have had their own individual experiences, and then they talked about it with each other. And so now we're in the grown-ups section. Like, all of them are back in the town together again. They've gotten back together. I've read that scene of them in the restaurant all together, which was really cool, but also, like, there's just so much underlying tension, and I don't know why yet. And I think that's why, like, I'm so excited to, like, continue reading, is just because I need to know. Like, I need to know, first of all, what they did as kids to get rid of Pennywise, because they did something. But the thing is, like, they don't have a memory of it. None of the kids as grown-ups, except for Mike, really remember what they did or a lot of what happened when they were kids. And so they're now each like going back on their own individual journeys back into the town to try to remember as much as they can without trying to remember all of it like too much at once, because apparently that may cause them to kill themselves, because that's kind of what Stanley did in the beginning of this book, was he just remembered too much all at once and couldn't deal with it. So I'm excited to learn more about what the kids did, but now I'm just at this point though, I don't know why, but I love Ben so much. Chubby boy as a kid who was in love with Beverly and wrote her a poem and lived in the library. I love little Ben. I love him so much. But he's an adult. They're all adults now. And I just read the part though. I would just be so sad though, because like I said, they're each going on their own individual journeys back into the town after they've all kind of gotten back together. And so they've all gone their separate ways into the town right now. And so Ben just went back to the library to see if he could remember as much as possible. And of course, they're each now having their own experiences with Pennywise again as adults. So Ben is in the library, and at the very end of his scene was just Pennywise saying like, "You died tonight, Ben." And I'm like, no, I don't want Ben to die. Can't die. I need him to survive. So read that part. The next person's I read was Eddie's. I feel so bad for Eddie. Eddie, the little kid with asthma and now grown up and is still suffering from it. And Eddie's cool. I like Eddie. And now I'm with Beverly, and this girl, I know everybody makes dumb decisions, and I talked about this in another clip, but come on, girl. Like, she was abused by her father as a child and has cut him off from her life as a grown-up. And yet, where does she go on her own individual return to the town? She goes back to her old house. And she sees that his name is still on the mailbox. And every instinct in her is telling her not to ring the doorbell, not to go into the apartment. But what does she do? She goes into the apartment. Why? Out of all of them, all of these kids are making dumb decisions, but why is it the only girl in here is making the stupidest decisions? Also, gonna forewarn everyone, if you didn't already know, not only is this a horror book, but there are a lot of racial slurs, there's a lot of fat shaming, there is homophobia. This book is filled with a bunch of things that could be very triggering. So be warned of that before going into this book. I don't know how the movies are. We'll see how that goes. But as of right now, be warned, if you decide to read this book, there are a lot of triggering factors, and not just because of its horror. So that's about where I'm at. I just don't want Ben to die. I don't want any of them to die. But I don't know why. I just love Ben. Little Ben. I'm hoping all of this makes sense. My ramblings about this book. If you're still with me, thanks for coming on this journey with me through this story of it. But yeah, I'm hoping it all makes sense. We'll see how it goes. Hey everyone, I honestly don't remember when I last updated you, so I just thought I'd pop back in and record a quick clip. So I'm on page 722, means I still got a ways to go, and it's slowed back down. And I think that's why I'm kind of hitting a roadblock. We're back in the kids' perspective, still kind of jumping back and forth here and there, but not as much. So it's just more, I guess it was all backstory, but it was all, I don't even know how to categorize it or describe it. All I know is kind of hitting the wall, ready for it to pick back up again. Yeah, that's where I'm at. So, and I'm ready to just kind of speed it back up, get back to those interesting moments. And honestly, like, I love reading about the kids. It reminds me of my childhood. Not that I ever fought, a magical being in my childhood, but when you're kids and you have all this imagination and you're running around and being kids and it's fun, and like reading about them is comforting, but I don't know, reading about the adults has just been way more interesting and has been way more exciting that I'm ready to just kind of skip past the kids part again. I hate saying that because it does bring me comfort and kind of joy when reading about the kids, but I don't know, reading them as adults, it's like, okay, it's getting really interesting. It's getting really juicy and really scary, and you know, that's where I'm at, trying to push through. I've been reading this book for what feels like years. It's taking forever, but I'll push through. It's still good. See you with another update soon. Hey everyone, so it's another update. I've just gotten to part 5. Again, it's kind of the same as the last clip. It's just still a lot of more backstory of what happened to them when they were kids. They've had their first encounter with Pennywise as kids, which was not as really climactic as I thought it was going to be. I have a feeling, I'm hoping anyways, that the rest of the encounters are going to be a little bit more amped up. I feel like they will, just because of all of the characters that are yet to come back, as far as Beverly's husband, Bill's wife, and the bully, Henry Bowers. Yeah, I know they're all coming back. It's been foreshadowed and talked about, so I know they're on their way. They just haven't shown up yet. But I'm on part 5, so I'm about at page 900, close to it. So I've still got about 200 pages left. So I'm hoping the rest of this kind of moves pretty quickly. I'm hoping, but it's Stephen King, so you never know. That could just end up being the rest of this being story, because that's the way that he likes to write. I've learned not a whole lot of, you know, battling moments. It's more of, you know, building up the story and everything, which I appreciate. I really do love. Obviously, I read it for the story part of it, not just the gory or, you know, those horrible parts, but, you know. Anyways, I'm rambling. Just wanted to give you an update. Yeah, so I will see you guys in the next update. Okay, so I'm on, what page am I on? I'm on page 941. So I haven't read too much more since the last update. Some more things have happened. Certain people have come back into the town and it's picking back up, which I figured it would, but I have had this urge to look up the cast, at least of the first movie. I just need to know who plays who. And I probably won't even know any of these actors because they're all kids, but I need to know. Okay, so I'm going on IMDb. There's a mini-series? Did you know there was a mini-series?
Mini-series of what?
Of It.
Why is there a mini-series?
I don't know. It was in 1990.
Oh, then I wasn't born yet.
Okay, we're going to It, part 1. And I might even watch the trailer. I don't know. Just depending. Okay, who plays Bill? Let's see. Yep, don't know this kid, but he looks like he could play Bill. Yeah. Okay. Let's see who plays Ben, because Ben is my favorite. He's so cute. I love him. I'm really excited now to see this movie. Alrighty, let's see. Finn Wolfhard is in this? Finn, did you know this?
From Stranger Things.
He plays Richie. Richie, who does all the voices. Tony's here, by the way.
Oh, what? Hello, BookTube universe.
Okay, so I did know somebody. Okay, so he plays Richie. That's cool, I like it. I don't know this girl, but she plays Beverly. Oh, but I like her, she's cute. Okay, let's keep going. Who plays Mike? Chosen Jacobs, that name sounds familiar. He kind of looks familiar. Do I know him? Well, he's been in quite a bit for a kid. No, I haven't seen anything he's been in, but he's cute. He could play a good Mike. Yeah. Okay, who plays Eddie? Jack Dylan Grazer. That's not really how I pictured Eddie. I could see him playing Richie more so than Eddie. Yeah. Not that I don't think Finn Wolfhard probably did an amazing job, but no, this kid looks more like he would be Richie instead of Eddie. Okay, who plays Stanley? Okay. I mean, yeah. He looks like he could potentially do it. I mean, he does do it, I'm not saying, but yeah. Who plays Pennywise? That's the big question. Bill Skarsgård. He's from Sweden. I know him. Oh, he was in Allegiant? He looks a little young to be Pennywise. Yeah, no, I haven't seen him in anything else, but that name sounds familiar. Maybe I looked at this cast list before. I don't know. Okay, I just want to look at a few more people. Yeah, let's see who plays Henry. Nicholas Hamilton. That's not how I pictured him. I can't wait to see all of their performances though, because obviously I can't judge them just by looking at them, but I just wanted to see, you know, them personified, because I've been reading about them for like 2 weeks now, and we all come up with our own mental images, so I just wanted to see how they cast it, because we all get excited about that. But I was really excited. Oh, who plays Georgie? That's gonna be sad. Oh, he's so cute. I think those are the main people I wanted to see. I just needed to see Ben. I needed to see who played Ben, because he's my favorite. Even now. I love little Ben. Everybody else is pretty much extras and stuff, and people I don't really don't care too much about. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's the main cast. I knew one of them. I know Finn Wolfhard. So this is gonna be interesting seeing him in this though, because I've only seen him in Stranger Things, and because he was famous before this, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he was like YouTube famous or Vine famous or something, and so I never watched any of that stuff. I had only ever seen him in Stranger Things, but so it'll be interesting to see him in this rated R version of everything. It's gonna be, I can't wait to see it. I'm really excited. That's kind of also why I'm pushing through the book. It's just, I just want to see the movie now. I want to see how they do it. I don't know if I'll look up the cast for It too. I probably should just wait on that until at least I'm done with the book, but who knows, maybe I'll jump the gun. Hey everyone. So I just finished the book a little bit ago. Boy, was it a feat. I'm still trying to wrap my brain around everything, because for a while I wasn't sure, how I felt about it, what I was gonna rate it, if I was gonna rate it. I don't know how I feel. I think this is how I kind of am after every Stephen King book that I read, and he's just got this very unique way of writing that just leaves me feeling, I don't know. That's the best way to put it, is I don't know. But overall, I enjoyed the book. I'm glad that I read it. I'm so excited to watch the movie, especially watching the trailer and seeing who all is cast in it and everything. I mean, I don't really know what else to say about that, because for the longest time, like I was saying, I thought that, it was going really well. I was really enjoying it, especially the last like really big chunk where they're actually going up against it. And I loved, the whole twist of that. It's actually a female. That was mind-blowing. And that she actually was pregnant and had babies and all of this stuff. Like, it was a little out there, it was a little weird, but I was like, well, that's a unique little twist. I like that. Then I hit that moment where with the kids all having an orgy kind of thing, and that's when he lost me. That's when I had to put it aside and be like, okay, I don't know if I'll even finish this today, but I pushed through because I needed to get through it. I was almost done, I was almost there, finished it. And like I said, I still don't know how I feel. The ending itself was pretty good, obviously, except for that part that we did not need that. I don't know why that was in there. I don't understand. Like, I get what he was trying to go for, but it just, you didn't need that. It didn't need to be there. I think overall, if I had to rate it, I would give it, I think I would give it a 4 out of 5 stars. I think that's right about where it lands for me. It was verging on 4.5, but then the orgy thing happened and I was like, no, we're going back down. It's gonna be 4. 4 out of 5 stars. Overall, I did enjoy the read. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this vlog. My first ever reading vlog. Let me know down in the comments below if you've read this book, what you thought, what you think of it compared to the movie. Anything having to do with it, or even just how Stephen King writes, because I'd like to know other people's thoughts because I love reading his books, you know, but at the same time, he just has this way of writing his stories out that I just can't fully get my head around sometimes. But I've bested you, over 1,000 pages. And I did it. This book is heavy. Yeah, it was a beast, but I did it. We did it. You watched me do it. I'm done. Now time to go watch the movie. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And I will see you guys in my next video.